You've tried the investment strategies, read the financial books, followed the budgeting apps, and maybe even increased your income. Yet here you are, still operating from the same financial mindset that created your current reality. The brutal truth is that most people chase money while staying exactly the same person. They accumulate tactics without transforming identity. Real wealth isn't about what you do with money. It's about who you become in relationship to it. Today, I'm going to show you how to architect an entirely new financial identity over 6 years. Because the person you are right now cannot hold the wealth you want tomorrow. Your brain has a vested interest in keeping you exactly where you are financially. This isn't personal failure, it's neurological design. Your current identity operates like a thermostat, constantly adjusting your behaviors to maintain familiar patterns. When opportunities for wealth expansion appear, your nervous system treats them as threats to your established self-concept. Think about the last time you had extra money. Maybe it was a bonus, a tax refund, or an unexpected windfall. What happened to it? If you're like most people, it disappeared quickly through unconscious spending decisions. This isn't coincidence. It's identity homeostasis in action. Your brain literally cannot compute holding wealth. That exceeds your internal identity limits. The neural pathways that govern your financial behaviors were carved deep through years of repetition. Every time you've said, "I can't afford that," or "money doesn't grow on trees," or "I'm not good with money," you've strengthened the circuitry that keeps you locked in scarcity. These aren't just thoughts. They're neurological highways that your brain travels automatically. Your current financial identity was built through countless micro-experiences. The way your family talked about money when you were 8 years old. The first time you felt shame about not having enough. The moment you decided that wealthy people were somehow different from you. All of these experiences created an internal operating system that now runs your financial life without your conscious awareness. This is why willpower fails. You can force yourself to save money or invest for a few months, but eventually, your identity reasserts itself. The person who believes they're not a wealthy person will always find ways to prove that belief correct. Your brain would rather be right about your limitations than wrong about your possibilities. Most people unknowingly sabotage their own financial progress. Because success feels foreign to their core identity, they'll unconsciously make poor investment decisions, avoid networking opportunities, or create emergencies that require them to spend their savings. It's not self-destruction, it's self-preservation from the brain's perspective. The psychological mechanisms are sophisticated. Your reticular activating system filters information to confirm your existing beliefs about money. If you believe you're destined to struggle financially, you'll notice every piece of evidence that supports this belief, while ignoring opportunities that contradict it. Your brain literally edits reality to match your identity. This creates a feedback loop where your identity shapes your actions. Your actions create your results, and your results reinforce your identity. You're trapped in a closed system where transformation feels impossible because every component reinforces every other component too. Breaking free requires understanding that your current financial reality isn't truth. It's just the inevitable outcome of your current identity architecture. The most dangerous part of identity homeostasis is that it feels like truth. Your limitations feel real because they've been real for so long, but they're not permanent fixtures. They're temporary constructions that can be deliberately dismantled and rebuilt. The question isn't whether you can change your financial reality, it's whether you're willing to become someone new. Real transformation begins with strategic disappearance. You cannot build a new financial identity while clinging to the old one. This isn't about changing your circumstances. It's about deliberately shedding the person who created your current financial reality. The first step is identifying the limiting beliefs that currently govern your relationship with money. These beliefs operate below conscious awareness, embedded in your automatic responses and emotional reactions. When you hear about someone making significant money, what's your immediate internal response? When you consider raising your prices or asking for a promotion, what resistance emerges? These reactions reveal the belief systems that need to disappear. Start by creating an inventory of your money stories. Write down every belief you hold about wealth, success, and your own capabilities. Don't filter, capture, Everything from money is the root of all evil. 2. I don't deserve to be wealthy. 2. Successful people are lucky. These beliefs aren't facts. They're programming that was installed without your permission. Next, examine the environments that reinforce your current financial identity. Your physical spaces, the people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the conversations you engage in all serve as external validation systems for who you currently are. If your friend group constantly complains about money, if your living space reflects scarcity, if your media diet focuses on financial struggle, you're surrounded by mirrors that reflect your old identity back to you. Strategic disappearance means deliberately removing yourself from these reinforcement systems. This doesn't mean cutting off relationships, but it does mean changing the nature of your interactions. Stop participating in conversations about financial limitations. Remove yourself from environments that celebrate mediocrity. Unfollow social media accounts that reinforce scarcity thinking. Create an identity vacuum by eliminating the external props that support your old financial self-concept. If you've always shopped at discount stores as a point of pride, stop. If you've made your financial struggles part of your personality, stop sharing those stories. If you've surrounded yourself with people who validate your limitations, start spending less time in those dynamics. This phase requires strategic isolation from the forces that keep your old identity alive. Your brain will resist this process because familiar patterns feel safe, even when they're limiting. You'll experience discomfort as you distance yourself from the external validation systems that have defined you. This discomfort is evidence that the process is working. The disappearance phase isn't about becoming someone else overnight. It's about creating space for transformation to occur. Think of it as clearing the construction site before building something new. You can't renovate a house while living in it exactly as it was. You need to remove the old structures to make room for new ones. During this phase, you'll notice your old identity trying to reassert itself. You'll feel pulled back toward familiar financial behaviors and thought patterns. This is normal and expected. The key is recognizing these pulls as artifacts of your old programming, not truth about your capabilities. The strategic disappearance phase typically takes 6 to 18 months. You're not just changing behaviors, you're rewiring neural pathways that have been strengthened over decades. Be patient with the process while remaining committed to the outcome. And every day you resist the pull of your old financial identity, you weaken its hold on your future. Once you've created space through strategic disappearance, you can begin consciously building the internal framework of abundance. This isn't about pretending to be wealthy. It's about developing the mental and emotional infrastructure that naturally generates wealth. Start by defining the specific characteristics of your wealthy identity. How does this person think about money? How do they make decisions? What's their relationship with risk, opportunity, and value creation? Write detailed descriptions of this identity, as if you're creating a character profile for a novel. The more specific you are, the more your brain can begin embodying these characteristics. Daily practices become the building blocks of your new identity. Begin each morning by spending 10 minutes thinking, feeling, and acting from your wealthy identity. How would this person approach the day ahead? What opportunities would they notice? What decisions would they make? This isn't visualization, it's identity rehearsal. Align your environment with your emerging wealth consciousness. Your physical space should reflect abundance rather than scarcity. This doesn't mean buying expensive things you can't afford. It means creating an environment that supports your new identity. Organize your space. Invest in quality basics and surround yourself with images and objects that represent your financial goals. The most critical aspect is embodying wealth before you have it. This means making decisions from abundance rather than scarcity. Even when your bank account doesn't match your identity, when faced with choices, ask yourself what the wealthy version of you would decide. Start treating yourself and others from a place of abundance rather than limitation. Your new identity must be resilient enough to survive setbacks and challenges. Wealthy people don't avoid financial difficulties. They respond to them differently. When problems arise, your wealthy identity sees opportunities for growth and learning rather than confirmation of limitations. Practice maintaining your new identity, especially during difficult moments. Create new validation systems that reinforce your emerging identity. Surround yourself with people who see and support your transformation. Consume content that expands your financial consciousness. Engage in conversations about wealth creation rather than wealth limitation. Your environment should constantly remind you of who you're becoming, rather than who you used to be. Wealth transformation is fundamentally an identity project, not a money project. The tactics and strategies matter, but they're secondary to the person wielding them. You can have access to the best financial advice in the world, but if your identity can't hold wealth, you'll find ways to lose it. The person you are today, with your current beliefs, habits, and self-concept, cannot hold the wealth you want tomorrow. This isn't a judgment, it's a recognition that transformation requires becoming someone new. Your 6-year wealth transformation begins with your willingness to strategically disappear from who you've been and consciously architect who you're becoming. Start today by identifying one limiting belief about money that you're ready to release. Begin your strategic disappearance by removing one external validation system that reinforces your old financial identity. Take the first step in architecting the person who naturally attracts and sustains the wealth you desire.